Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing Nuke.
Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. And before we get started with this particular topic, I'd like to give a shout out to one subscriber who's always in pretty much every comment video and just wants a shout out. Always it be. This is a special shout out and salute to you, brother. I understand that we don't always see eye to eye on many topics, but I'd like to give you a special shout out just for staying loyal and being consistent. Now let's just dive right into the topic. The topic here is the Shawn Porter potentially signing with Bob Arum, ESPN, and Top Rank, and that offer's already been made. In an interview that Eddie Hearn did with FightHype.com, basically he stated that Shawn Porter was offered a contract by ESPN and Top Rank already, and that DAZN will be interested in offering Shawn Porter a massive deal as well. Now, all of that has got me to thinking, what a clash that would be between Shawn Showtime Porter, who's 29-2 with one draw, 17 knockouts, who's the new WBC world champion after defeating Danny Garcia over a unanimous decision over 12 rounds, and matching him against a pound-for-pound top 3 and many people's number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Terrence Bud Crawford, who's 33-0 with 24 knockouts. He has a potential fight coming up against Jose Benavidez Jr. Now imagine if Top Rank signed Shawn Porter, set up a mega clash with Terrence Crawford. That'll be very, very interesting. That'll make that fight 10 times easier to make, even though if he'd still be with Showtime, that'll be a very, very interesting fight to make still, but it seemed like that fight would be delayed in favor of an Errol Spence Shawn Porter fight. So if he signs with Top Rank, that could sway which top level fighter he goes after next, whether he goes with a rematch with Danny Garcia, whether he goes after Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, or if he doubles down and stays and goes with Top Rank and ends up fighting a Terrence Crawford. Now, my early thoughts on the Terrence Crawford Shawn Porter fight: Shawn Porter has a lot of skills. He likes to rush in. He's a brawler. He's constantly busy and active, and I think that'd create a unique style matchup for Terrence Crawford that he's never faced before. But I think ultimately Terrence Crawford would get the victory somehow, some way. It's easy for Terrence Crawford to switch to southpaw, orthodox. Terrence Crawford can fight straight up and down. He can fight on the back foot. Pretty much anything that you want to see from an elite fighter, he can do. He has power. He is popping his shots. He's shown against Jeff Horn by getting that stoppage, I believe in the 9th round, that he can hang with a very good welterweight. He can come in and get the victory. You have to think that Manny Pacquiao fought Jeff Horn in a very close competitive fight where Jeff Horn won many rounds, even if you didn't see him winning the fight. And yet Terrence Crawford came in, dominated Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn didn't win the round. He was wobbled before he even got him out of there in the 9th. So Jeff Horn could have easily been knocked out in the 7th, 6th round, something like that. And so Terrence Crawford is a very special fighter, so I would love to see that matchup with Shawn Porter. I think that'll be a great matchup stylistically. There's no particular roadblocks preventing Shawn Porter from signing with ESPN and Top Rank, but this also shows you the plan of ESPN and Top Rank is to get more fighters in the welterweight division over to their side of the street, so to speak. Ever since Errol Spence came out and openly ducked Terrence Crawford, stating that we're on two different sides of the streets, basically stating that he's not interested in a fight with Terrence Crawford. That's essentially what he's saying, and he's going to put him on the back burner, put him off. So if that's the case, Top Rank is doing the right thing. Be aggressive, go after these PBC fighters that are not under contract, make these guys come to you, make them an offer that they can't refuse, and then set up the major fights on ESPN. You can't forget that ESPN has over 100 million subscribers, and it's estimated that Showtime only has about 2 million subscribers. So you're going with a larger base of people to see your fights. The biggest fight ever aired on ESPN was a fight against Manny Pacquiao and Jeff Horn, one of the largest fights, and that fight was made by Top Rank. So think about it. Imagine what a Crawford and Porter fight can do worldwide. You can build these guys, make them huge names. They've made stars out of everyone they've had pretty much. So you can say what you want about Top Rank being good or bad, but everybody that's come from these stables that they've pushed as a big guy, they've become a star. Vasily Lomachenko, Terrence Crawford, even Floyd Mayweather Jr., even Mikey Garcia. All these fighters came from Top Rank at some point. So you have to understand that they can build a fighter. They can make one relevant because they have a base of and a huge audience to do so. This would be a very wise move for Shawn Porter and a very intriguing matchup for us to see. I can't wait until they get this thing done. Once again, it's the IBFP. Please subscribe for more great news and breaking videos.